Hello, everyone. Gen X Man back with another Tabletop Tuesday. Roll for initiative. I have a treat for you all because I had a treat for me. I actually loosened the purse strings. I spent a couple gold online in preparation or perhaps celebration of this droid campaign I got going on for Solo Play Sunday. And, we got Andor going on. We got, my revived interest in the Star Wars RPG, the D6 System West End games. And I already decided, I was like, well, I absolutely want to do something about the Star Wars RPG for this Tabletop Tuesday. And I splurged a little. I spent a little money. Don't tell nobody. Bought myself a new toy. Look at this thing. I can't wait to dive in. I have not read the whole thing yet, but I have dove into it and it's fantastic. And I'm going to give you guys the details here today. So, Cynabar's Fantastic Technology Droids by Drew Campbell and Eric S. Troutman. This is a 96-page supplement for West End Games Star Wars D6 RPG, which is we're playing here on Zoloplay. And it typically goes for, at the time of this recording, you can reliably find it for 60 to 70 bucks. Oh, it's a lot of money. But I found it consistently for around 45-ish. Now I found mine for 40. I saw the extra $5 savings. I had to pull the trigger. Yay me. So anybody who was looking at that cheap one on eBay, sorry, I got it. My apologies. But first and foremost, this book gives us an excellent definition of a droid as far as how the Star Wars universe sees them. And it is, quote, a mechanical and or electronic construct designed and put into service to assist organic life, unquote. Well, that's what they were supposed to be. Anyway, in actuality, they are, by definition, artificial life. Life not made by procreation, but by pure creation, which you could see as either being Dr. Frankenstein or Geppetto. Your mileage may vary. But in this book, chapter one dives into the droids and organizes them by the five categories, the same we've seen across all the Star Wars media, RPG, and otherwise. So that's the same stuff here. It provides a short history of droids within the Star Wars universe, replete with anti-droid sentiment I've never understood, plus details on how most legal systems govern droids, so that can be super helpful. Your droids get in legal trouble. Now we know what the mindset is in most of the galaxy and the specific laws that cover them in most parts of the galaxy. It also touches on numerous manufacturers, and a smattering of droids' rights groups too. And we'll see if these groups make an appearance in the campaign. I'd be surprised if they didn't. Chapter 2 calls itself the Owner's Manual, and this is the meat and potatoes. And as someone is forced into an old man diet, I dearly miss meat and potatoes. But Chapter 2 covers all the aspects of droid construction, beautifully detailing component parts, which I love. I love minutia in my solo play and my droids and lots of things. This construction method primarily helps with a more detailed final price. If the droid's simply being purchased, which you could disregard if it's a PC, or you can provide an adventure hook, as whoever made the droids reminds them of their price tag. You're like, you know how much you're worth to me, that kind of stuff. I had used the base second edition rules from the main rule book, which were superseded, I just found out this past week, by a section in the second edition Sourcebook, which I was just like, crap, I gotta redo it. And hey, we got some thunder, which has again been superseded by this book. So I have some tweaking to do with my heroic droid crew for this weekend, so we'll see. Chapter 3 expands on droid roleplay, pretty much just an expanded version from the main rule book, but more rules and such for PC, so that's helpful. Chapter 4 is the droid data log, which is sweet. It's over half the book, listing 45 droid base archetypes to choose from as either more robust NPC options or, like me, more robust PC options. And it's a beast of a section, and I love it. You won't find, to my knowledge, a more girthy collection of droid stats anywhere. But so the nitty gritty is that, like I said, it's got so much detail to it. It is a huge, huge boon. You don't need this book. All the rules necessary for droid companions and PCs are included in the base rulebook and later tweaked in the source book. However, for those of you like me who adore droid buddies and want to see them kitted out and personalized in the most robust and satisfying ways, this is a must-have. It is fantastic and it is worth every penny. But try to find it cheap if you can. And for example, I mean, going back to World of Warcraft here, if World of Warcraft actually gave a flying toss about its player base and released classes that have been asked for since the launch of the game, one of those classes would be the Tinker class, which I would play almost to the exclusion of all else. This book is a Tinker's Bible, if you want to think of it that way. The base game is fine. The addition of this book makes it amazing. So yes, I would recommend getting this if you love diving into the minutia of droids and you want to enhance the droid experience, either NPC or PC, in your own game. If you have the source book for Tramp Freighters and you know how they dove into every single system and the repairs and the cost of runs and all this kind of stuff and how to trick out your Tramp Freighter, this book is very much like that except for droids. So it is right up my alley. I love kitting out the Tramp Freighters and I love kitting out my droid buddies. So now I've hopefully got all the books I need, but considering there's like 140 of them, and now I'm up to eight, I'm probably gonna need some more books. But do let me know if any of you out there bought this book, and what you thought of it, whether you thought it was good, bad, or otherwise. And also, if you want to go on about your little droid buddies that you may have used in your own campaigns or just in your personal life, if you've bought some from, Disneyland or so on, or you have little droid buddies like I do on the shelf over here, just share all your droid stuff. They're our buddies, just geek out about your droids in celebration of me splurging a little and getting myself this book. But I hope you've enjoyed this review, and I hope it may help you make buying, purchase, or enhancing your RPG kind of thing. Again, this is part of the dearth of information out there on the internet that can be found for free. So you don't necessarily have to pay for it if you sail the high seas. I heard. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the review, and I hope it helps you out in the future. If you enjoyed this content, please give me a like. YouTube loves it when you do. And again, thank you. Thank you, everyone who has stopped by and clicked on my videos and viewed my videos and gave comments. And it's so awesome to meet y'all. And for all those of you who subscribed, thank you so much. That is huge. I love seeing the views and the likes and the comments and the subscriptions and all that kind of stuff happening. It tickles me to no end. I'm glad I'm entertaining you all, and I have every intention to keep entertaining you guys. So make sure you tune in. And just between you, me, and the wall, this is going to be a twofer video, one of two. So we should have one coming out after this. So be on the lookout for that. Anyway, have a good one.